Hi everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel. Yes, so I'm going to give you my review of the first episode of the new series of Dexter. Let's talk about it. So Dexter started again last night. Obviously, I watched it. Now, Dexter I used to watch back in the day. It was a series that ran for 8 seasons. It started in 2006, ended in 2013, if I recall correctly. The series ended before, not on a very good note. It ended. It annoyed a lot of fans, let's just say. It wasn't a good ending to the show. So nearly 10 years later, we have been presented with a new series. So effectively season 9, although it's called Dexter, New Blood. So yeah, fantastic. Michael C. Hall reprising his role of Dexter. Jennifer Carpenter back as Deborah Morgan, his sister, even though she died in the last season. We'll get into that. Yeah, fantastic. Even apparently John Lithgow is returning. Now, John Lithgow played the Trinity Killer in season 4 of Dexter, which was the best season overall. It never reached that high again of season 4. That fantastic. John Lithgow in it was superb. He could go from being a nice family man to an evil git in a split second like that, and it was a fantastic performance by John Lithgow. How he's returned, wait to be seen. But yes, I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, so like I said, this season started. I've been looking forward to it, and it came on, and I've just settled down and I've just watched it. So I'll give you a breakdown of the episode, and I'll give you my thoughts, like I normally do. So anyway, so this episode starts, we catch up with Dexter. He's living in Canada, in the frozen wastelands, in the tundra. We see what his day-to-day life is like. He's living in a small community, a small town. He goes out running. We meet him running through the forest, actually, with a gun over his shoulder. And he sees a white deer. He points his gun at it, but he doesn't fire. No, he doesn't fire the gun. This all comes into play later, and the reason why, which I'll come into. So then we see him on his day-to-day routines. He gets pulled over by a police officer, who we come to learn he's actually in a relationship with. She's the chief of police in the town. And yeah, you know, we're introduced to other residents of the town, and we come to find out that it's the season where all the rich people come in to go out and do their hunting. Dexter's now working in a hunting shop that sells guns and knives and hunting paraphernalia, all that sort of stuff, the clothing, all that sort of gear. And this geezer comes in who's known in the town. His father used to live here, this sort of thing, rich guy. And he wants to buy this gun, but his purchase is put on hold because he has to go through the federal checks. It gets held. It's £9,000, really powerful weapon that he wants. Now, this geezer's a bit of a dick. Yeah, he's a bit, you know, you can tell the way he's acting, he carrying himself. He's a bit, you know, one of them sort of people. So anyway, Dexter takes an instant dislike to him. This sort of thing. He doesn't really want to sell him the gun because of how powerful it is and how stupid this guy is, and Dexter knows that he's stupid with this kind of weapon. Now, Dexter's stepped away from killing. He's no longer a killer within this. We find out that the way that Deborah's returned is she's the ghost. She's the ghost that haunts him, the ghost that speaks to him, the ghost that sort of leads him, like his father used to do in the earlier seasons, if you recall. It wasn't his father, it was Harry, the geezer who adopted him essentially, and when he died he would appear as a ghost and you know, sort of care for him, so to speak. Deborah's fulfilling that role now, so fantastic. It works in the context of the series that this is how she's back in his mind, as this sort of ghost, yeah, spirit. So yeah, we come to find out that this geezer who wanted to purchase the gun is a nefarious type who had something to do with the death of someone else and this sort of thing. And, you know, you see Dexter mulling it all over. We see Dexter a few times in the episode running through the forest, going after this deer. And at the end, it culminates with the deer getting shot. Dexter's befriended the deer, actually. He's done this so often that the deer actually comes up to him in this episode and you know, like he's close face to face, sorry, like what I've done with deer myself. Then the deer gets shot by this individual, which throws Dexter into a frenzy. He goes and sets up his kill room, takes the guy back. Guy confesses to what he's done in the past. Dexter kills him, disposes of his body in a lake, frozen over lake. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, we are introduced to Harrison, Dexter's son in this, who's now grown up. If you remember, in the last episode, he went off with Yavoski, her character. I can't remember the character's name. And he's now grown and looking for his father. At first, there's a scene where Dexter, you see Dexter being followed, essentially, and then Dexter finds someone in his house who's this boy who says he's looking for Dexter Morgan. Dexter says, I don't know who you're talking about, because Dexter's going by the name James now, or Jim, and sends the kid on his way. But by the end of the episode, after Dexter's killed this individual, he goes and finds the kid at the bus station, and basically, yeah, I am your dad, I am Dexter Morgan, because this is like the rebirth of Dexter Morgan. This is like, for nearly a decade, Dexter's been living as this James. He's integrated himself into this town. He's friendly with everyone. He's got a girlfriend. Everyone knows him. Everyone likes him. He goes through this event that occurs, and then by the end, he's back to being the Dexter that we know from the series before. And hence, him sitting down on the bench and saying, yes, I'm Dexter Morgan, is a sort of nod at the screen saying, I'm back. Dexter is back. So, yeah, fantastic. Now, given that the episode or the series is called New Blood, I'm going to assume that his son finds out what he does, and as he follows suit in his father's footsteps, that sort of thing remains to be seen. I'm hoping they don't really do that sort of a storyline, but I think it's inevitable. Yeah. So, you know, usually when you've got a series like this that comes back after a long period of time, the magic is gone, the magic's been lost. They don't recapture what they had before. But like I said, Dexter ended on quite a downer, quite a sort of not a very fulfilling ending. So it's great to have this character back again and to catch up with him. Michael C. Hall steps straight into the role of Dexter Morgan again. Fantastic. It's like he's never been away. He really captures that feel for him, especially, you know, it's nice to see him when he's good, but then when he sort of turns that nasty side, fantastic. You know, so yeah, it was a very good start. It was a very good start to the series, and I'm very much looking forward to where it goes. Obviously, this is a setup episode, introducing you to the characters, reintroducing you to Dexter, getting Dexter to the place we need him to be for the main storyline to carry out. So, yeah, all in all, an enjoyable hour or 45 minutes, however long it was, 50 minutes, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode. So anyway, so that was my review of this episode 1 of Dexter Season 9, Dexter New Blood. If you enjoyed that review, then please hit the subscribe button. Come and join me on this trip, and I'll review every episode. I'll give you my thoughts. I'll give you a story breakdown, and I'll give you my thoughts on every episode of the new series of Dexter. Fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, this is AJ. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.